Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt as yesterday. Call me a Jake all you want. We're here to talk about the Celtic performance last night as Celtic were beaten 2-0 off of Valencia at Celtic Park in the last 32 of the Europa League. First leg, not really favourable, is it? I mean, it's going to take more than a miracle now to go over to Spain and overturn that result. And the performance last night, very lacklustre, very poor. Same old story with Celtic and European teams. You know, you can always use the excuse that on paper we're just not good enough. We're never going to match our opponents and such. But end of the day, we never fucking turned up. We weren't there at all. It's our own fault that we were beaten so badly. And why we perform so poor, sometimes you've got to ask yourself how. Why is there no fight in the performance? I didn't believe it's the worst performance I've ever seen in Europe from a Celtic side. I thought that we played far worse against Salzburg. But, you know, for going into a game with such faith that we could maybe get something, then just to be letting down so badly, it's a horrible feeling. It's a terrible feeling. And I'm very disappointed in how the game went last night. It didn't feel like any players turned up. We started the game solid. I thought the first 20 minutes we looked lively, we looked as if we were ready and we're up for a fight. And then as time dragged on, we just progressively stopped playing our game. I thought the first 20 minutes, which was good, was we were playing our game. We kept the ball, we passed it around, we were trying to get forward. And then as soon as we just let them progress into their stage of the game, we just died and our heads were down. And when they got the first goal, the game was done. It was ended. The heads were dropped. And it was a poor time to concede it, because it was right before half-time pretty much. And you know, you don't want to concede right before half-time because it changes everything. You know, for the second half plans, Brendan Rodgers has got to sit there and he's got to rethink everything that he had for his half-time notes. He's got to change it altogether. So it was a poor time to concede a goal. It was a poor goal to concede. He's a Gary playing them on side. And we could have easily avoided it. And it just feels like we always come back to that story of goals that so easily we can avoid. And we just don't, because it's just one stupid mistake and one thing goes wrong. And and I know all of those add up to maybe just saying we're not good enough. But it's annoying because we know we could have avoided that first goal. We lacked a lot of creativity last night. We lacked really any push after that first 20 minutes. We didn't have a shot. We didn't have a convincing chance throughout the whole game. And what was that down to? Well, the lack of service is one thing. I feel like once Valencia got that first goal, they set up nicely to make life difficult for us. We couldn't get by them. We couldn't make creative chances. The most that we got was getting down that wing and launching a ball in the box that would go everybody's head and go to the fucking touchline on the other side of the park. That was really all I seen from Celtic the second half that would suggest any attacking intent. I didn't see any actual clinical chances or any realistic, you know, shots have gone in. You know, we didn't challenge the keeper really. Apart from that first one we had early on in the game where the keeper kind of spilt it. We could have done more damage if we just pressed the game a little bit more. We kind of stood off them as it got into the second half. And it didn't seem like there was a standout performer. I thought the game changed positively when we got Weah and Eduardo in the park. We looked a little bit better, looked a little bit more lively, and looked to those with more attacking intent. We wanted to get forward a bit more. And maybe that suggests they should have started the game. But the lack of service throughout the game just did not help. It could have been worse, you know. We could have lost 4-5-0 to a team of that quality. And 2-0 maybe, when you look at the grand scheme of things, isn't a bad result against a team like Valencia. But we're at Celtic Park. We're at home, and we should be challenging. With the signings we've made, you know, you'd have thought, you know, everybody was thinking, you know, we're one decent right back away from actually being something that can challenge, but we just didn't look at it at all last night. We just forgot to turn up. And this is a short match review because I don't know what else to add. I'm just severely disappointed by the performance. I mean, now we've got to go away from home, try and win 2 or 3-0. It's not going to happen realistically. If we concede an early goal, heads will drop again. That is a problem with Celtic. Heads drop far too easy. And these big games, it's like they know it's just going to be far too hard. It's like they have this mentality, we're not playing St Johnstone, so we're not going to have a chance of coming back. It just seems like the heads drop. And there was no encouragement last night on that field to go forward and get a goal. It just heads dropped. Everybody, all 11 men, looked down and out. We need Kieran Tierney back in the team. We need our strongest attackers back in the team. We need Edouard fit and playing up front. It's in last night when I seen those attempts at plays down the wings, when you seen Sinclair run down the left or Forrest run down the right, and they're launching balls into the box. We've not got players who can fucking head the ball. I don't know why we've not figured this out by now. And it also makes me question, why did we not register Bio for this? Like, I know he's not played a single minute yet, and to start him last night would have been ridiculous considering he's not played a minute. But why have we not at least registered him? From his highlights at his old club, he looked like a cracking header of a ball. He looked as though he could get on the end of it. I know, granted, the crosses last night were that terrible. As I said, they were going to the other end of the fucking park when they were crossed into the box. But I feel like he actually has a decent chance of winning and scoring a header, whereas Oliver Buck is tiny. He scored a couple. But, you know, if you want a consistent chance of scoring a header, you need someone like Bayo in there who knows how to header a ball and knows how to score from a header. But he's not registered in the team, so a silly mistake there, I believe, if the game plan is to, you know, go down the wings and launch balls at the box. Get someone who is capable of heading the ball and scoring headers. Bayo would have been perfect for that, but he's not in the team. Lacklustre performance, lifeless it seemed at points as the game dragged on. Celtic just got worse. I'm glad the referee blew the final whistle when he did. There was so many dodgy parts of the game as well amongst the keeper and back four. And it's just the pressure of these European games needs to stop getting to Celtic. I don't know how you do it. I don't know if it's just the fact we are that shit. It could be. It could be the fact we're just that shit. But there's so many dodgy moments last night as well where things could have went horrifically wrong. Horrifically. With poor passing and such amongst the back line. But we managed to narrowly avoid big mistakes. I'm not hopeful going over to Valencia next week to get a result. We're probably out. But, you know, all we can do is wait and we'll preview it as the game comes along. And all we have to do is wait and see. So if you've enjoyed the video, make sure to hit like and subscribe. It would be much appreciated. Let me know your opinions of the game. As I said, short, because what else is there to say? Well, we're disappointed. We're shite. That was it. Not much to talk about. No many talking points. Like, subscribe. See you all next time.